I'm by the names of Kentuuha Lillian from Kabarole District, Kiraro Parish, Mugu Sub-County. In this spell, I work as a secretary. When I was at Good Leisure Farm, I studied as a feeder. I got to know Good Leisure Farm when I had just completed my S4. There came some men, they came to this village and they were looking for those people to take and study from this parish, Kiraro. So when they called me, I was home. I had nothing to do. Even in COVID-19, we stayed home seated. So they told us that we can go and start studying. But they told us there are some nodes that we can go to. But for me, when I saw that in this, they told us that we can study about feeder, vendor, health promoter, marketeer, producer, very many, even transporter. So when I was just here, they told us, what can you do? In those two, even they explained to us how, if you're going to start as a feeder, what are you going to start about? What are you going to start doing? So for me, I decided to be a feeder because I saw the problem that when I was at home they reared birds, hens, even pigs, but I used to go to town to pick some feeds. So if I decided to start as a feeder, so that if at home Dad was going to buy feeds from town, he can buy them from me because I'll be the one making them. So I decided to I started studying as a feeder. Okay, when I was at Good Leisure Farm, we reached at the farm. Reached there because we moved from this side very early, but we reached there very late. When we reached at the campus, people welcomed us very well at the gate. They took us somewhere there is an office. They registered us. They gave us everything. Even they gave us food. They gave us what. When we were going, there are some youth that we went with. They expected that when we reach there, they will ask us for some money. After asking us for some money, they will again tell us to pay for some few things that like beddings, bed sheets, what and what, even want to start studying. But when we reached there at the campus, they never asked for any single kind. They gave us everything. But the good thing that impressed me, even some people who were teaching us to study those things, even those people who were working there at the farm, they all resembled us the same. You couldn't even believe that this one is working in that office, this one is working in that office, but we are all the same. Even the meals that they served us the same meal at the same time. It's like all the things were equality. Even when we are studying, even though it was a feed, but if we can say that now mostly I liked these health promoters. When they studied as a feed, when they used to go to study like making soap, I also wanted to go and make soap. I see how they are making it, but I could go, it was free of charge. I go and see how they are making it. Even going in the computer lab, it was open. Now like me, I had studied from this village. I didn't know how to anything about the computer, but most people used to tell me that if you go and study that computer, at least you can get some jobs. When I reached at Good Leisure Farm, even though I had come to study as a feeder, but they used to allow me, they would us to, we normally went there in the computer lab. There was a boy, he used to teach us very well. At least I learned how to use a computer, but now I can do some of the computer. I concentrated more on it, but I can do it. After I had finished, even we graduated, did everything, they gave us the certificate, I came back home. After reaching home, when I was there, I called home and told Dad, you plant some vines so that when I come, I can make for you some silage for feeding to the hens. When I reached home, I found that he had planted some vines, and vines, they are grown up. So he bought maize bran. After buying maize bran, even some of the things to use, he started making silage. After making silage, so I also decided that I decided myself that I should take some, because they explained us those trees of moringa, that at least if you take those moringa, they have very many things that they can do. Vitamins, what and what, and if you feed them to your hens, your animals, they can at least grow very healthy. So I took some mooring, I started even making silage. Dad even stopped going to town to pick some feeds for feeding to the animals. Started working with him. Even though I had completed now senior 4, is planning to go to senior 5, but I'm still at home working upon those ones so that I leave some feeds at home, then I go back and study, but I will be also coming back also to make those feeds. I told my fellow youth when I came back, because I wanted also to tell them that we should work hard, because we are youth. Most of us, during COVID-19, we sat home. Most of the youth used to tell me that we don't have land, we don't have what, but I told them, because when I went at Good Leisure Farm, I found they were planting greens around within. It's not a lot of land, but they used to plant some greens in in these polythene bags around, and they put their soil. Even me, I told my fellow youth that we could also promote that. We can get some money, even though you plant your greens, you don't have land. You as a youth, you should make sure that you work hard so that you can get money, instead of getting money from the parent. Always, you work hard so that you can get money, instead of sitting home just there. Even I myself, I learned some of the things, like I never knew like how to talk in public, to be very confident, but presentation that we are used to do there at Good Leisure Farm, every weekend we used to present. When I reached, I was like, I can't manage, even I can't stand in public. But when I went there were like very many people, even those people who used to teach us. They were like, Lillian, you can manage. You can manage to talk. I told them, no, I can't manage. But we used to do some practices, presentation during every weekend. But I ended up getting that confident. Even now, I cannot fail to stand in public and talk. I can stand and talk. Even when I came back, they used to send my at-home photos. I'm talking, I'm presenting some work. Even they were get excited that how Lillian can stand and talk, yet you had that fear. Because I was fearing a lot, but again, some confidence from there. First, a problem of very many people, when they see us practicing, and we call them that you come at least also, because mostly they told us that when we go back in the villages, we should also educate the fellow youth that we left in the village. So when you call a fellow youth to come, and at least you teach him or her what to do, he starts saying that they don't have money, don't have what. You can tell him that even though you don't have money, you can come and learn. After learning, you also go back and practice. Could tell you that those things, I'm not ready to get educated. I'm not going to study those ones. You can study your own things. Even some of them, they can start even abusing you, doing what. But at least for us who were educated at Good Leisure Farm, we can talk to them very at least softly, so that they can come. Some of them come, some they don't. Western region spotlight. Most of the things that I expect from that spotlight is that to get educated from very many cultural norms, cultural customs, because they told us there are different pillars. They are going to come from different sub-countries. They are going to come there. So we expect to get educated more of it, because they told us there are some people who know how, like drama, some of them know how to cook these cultural foods of our cultures, but some of us, we don't know them. I expect to learn more of it from that spotlight. My fellow youth, I just encourage you that should come spotlight, you're going to study more of it, and even you're going to learn more of your cultural norms, because most of you youth, you forgot, even you got astray of the cultural norms, everything that we are going to study from that spotlight. They are very different. I'm just encourage you, the fellow youth, to come and study. You learn more about your religions, even about your cultures. The message to Good Leisure Farm, I just thank you, because you help us the Good Leisure, you help us as the youth, as everything that you're doing. I thank you.